No faster cars for this set of tires. Key things to note, the only black flags will declare passenger yellow to direct cars wrecking to the pits. We will not clear black flags speeding through pits or unsafe entry or exit. During restart, keep the pack tightened up. Laying back to jump to start will result in a penalty. And when taking the green flag, you must maintain your line so you cross that stripe. After the yellow flag's out, you stay ready for any wreckage. Please catch up to the pace car immediately to prevent delaying others. And when cycling through green flag stops, state over the radio what your intentions are to other.
Welcome to the premiere race of the DSI Racing Series at Las Vegas. As we wait for everyone to finish their warm-up and start the grid, we will start the show where everyone will be starting. Starting on the pole in the 56 is Mark Holloway. Outside him, 48 is Max Dedinda. Row number 2 in the 73 is John Wayne Crosby. I don't know. I'm just making that up. I don't know if it's Wayne. Outside of him is Brandon Hinton. Row number 3 in the 32 is Jonathan Geist. The 69 of Todd Perron. Row number 4 is the 40 of Ben Kuhn and the 88 of Hunter Davis. I wonder if he's related to Crash. Anywho, row 5 is Thomas Long in the 23 and Brian Sosa in the 60. Row 6 has Judson Curtis running the 35 and Sean Dion in the 3.
Welcome, race fans. Thank you for that introduction, Jamie. We're getting ready to go at Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Stage breaks tonight at 25 and 60. This should be action-packed. We're going to keep you guys updated with points during the stages and see who's in and see who's out for our playoffs. Pace cars ducking down into pit lane. Here we go on the start. Let's see who gets a jump.
A little wiggle out of. Oh, no, that was Holloway. Excuse me.
Yeah, he got a little loose, and Max definitely got out there.
A bit of fighting stuff on behind Max. 5 minutes rolls up on him. Might fight him for the lead going into 1 to run high.
Yeah, just a little update out of Max's household. You'll see him blinking a little on and off tonight. We definitely have some issues in the house, but hopefully we can see him. You know, if he's got a gap like that, he'll be safe. But we'll watch and see how Brandon and Holloway. You know, he's recovered nicely from that start. And give you guys a little bit of an update for those who didn't watch our legacy race that ran a little earlier tonight. Brian Sousa, the number 60 car, won that race, so we did not get a ticket winner for first place, but he did do well in that race, and including our fellow broadcaster Jamie Powell, he made the playoffs there with a nice finish at Pocono, and here tonight we're watching Las Vegas.
I'd try.
I love this race.
Oh, go ahead.
Yep, no, I was gonna say I love this racetrack. It's a fun track to race, fun track to visit. If you've never been to a race in Vegas, I highly recommend it.
It's got a lot of speed, a lot of downforce. Almost races like a super speedway are very similar.
Yeah, some decent banking as well. Again, stage break is at 25, so we'll get a nice run out of these guys. My guess is we'll stay clean and green through lap 25. Don't want to jinx everybody. Max gets a little wiggle there with Mark Holloway making a move on the inside, but you know, we should see these guys run these full 25 laps with what they've got.
Getting a little loose in front of Todd. Oh, he's in the wall. Oh, Crosby's in the wall.
A couple of them make a little stripe there.
A little bit of cluster going on here. This allowed Davis to move up, trying to make a move on Judson for third.
Yeah, two of the guys that got into the wall currently find themselves in the back of the pack. Both Todd and Brandon kind of scraped the wall, and they're ducking. You know, they got ducked out in the back, but we'll see if.
Fell back, tried to recover, regain their bearings, and make a move back forward, hopefully.
And we will, like I said, we'll talk about points a little more in depth as the race goes on. For the most part, the top five are locked in. That would be John Crosby, Hunter Davis, Max Stickle, Brandon Hickman, Todd Perrott is almost a lock. Gosh, if he finishes in the top 10 or gets a couple stage points, he will be good to go as well. So we're really coming down to Mark Holloway. He is racing tonight. Chuck Burley is not racing. That leaves the door open for Jonathan Geis and possibly Judson Curtis if he can pull out a Hail Mary. Just got a comment from YouTube. The audio of the announcers is kind of quiet. Thank you there, sir. Maybe we should just talk a little louder.
Well, maybe that fixed it. I just readjusted my headset.
And we do have a couple people watching on YouTube. If you have a favorite driver you're watching tonight, call out their name in the chat channel and we will call them out in the broadcast.
Curtis trying to make a move on Hunter Davis going into one here on lap 11. Trying to take the third spot away. It's going to allow Sousa to move in on him. Oh, we're losing Holloway, blinking, going in and out like the ghost.
Yeah, and it's just my guess, but I believe tonight's NFL games are being streamed online, so I think a lot of the people in different communities are streaming and clogging up the internet a little bit.
Sousa's trying to make a move on Curtis on the outside and just pulls back in line. Try to make a move here going into 3. Or figure something out to go around him. Holloway's fighting for his life behind him. Got the, was that the 22? Or was that 23, excuse me.
23,
Thomas
yeah.
Long.
Yep. And thank you to 2 of our fellow broadcasters who are currently chatting it up right now on YouTube. Glad to see you guys watching the race. Christian Clark and Edwin Ward both dropping some comments. Christian, of course, is rooting for the 2 broadcasters who are currently in the booth to pull it out in the truck series. Christian could not attend the race tonight, so unfortunately he fell out of the top 10.
And I'm glad he did not show up. Just saying.
It's always it's tough to root for and against people when you know, a lot of us are friends, especially as fellow broadcasters. We spend a lot of time in the booth together.
A little bit of contact between Kuhn and Holloway off of 4. Tried to go 3 wide and someone had to back out. It almost did not work. Oh, so Long's in the wall going into 1. Coming off the tri-oval. Trying to make the high side work, get a run off and be able to make the pass.
Yeah, I've learned well from my teammate, the 5-car, who's currently at the back of the pack. You know, he's kind of taught me to run that low line. You know, and there's a lot of times we get into races and those guys on the high line, man, they just carry so much momentum off these corners.
Dinda and Crosby just slowly starting to pull away from the field, just ever so slightly. Hunter just maybe saving his equipment to get a later run on him.
That's exactly what his teammate just said in YouTube. Is the guy currently in 3rd is the winningest driver of Premier, and he's probably saving his stuff. And I would not disagree with that. And not wanting to throw a broadcaster jinx out here, as usual, you know, our Premier guys, cream of the crop, application only. You know, you've got to show consistency on track, and these guys show it week in and week out. Limited cautions, great racing, and great finishes.
I plan to be in there next season.
I would love to see 20 Premier drivers in a race, that's for sure.
Slowly starting to reel Judson or Crosby and Dinda back in. We've gone from 1.3 to just under 1. Well, almost 1.4 to under 1.3, and slowly gaining. So I think maybe coming to the end of the fuel run here in about almost about 9 laps or so.
Yeah, and we'll hit that caution we'll hit that caution in 5.
Okay, there we go. Yeah, so now they're going to start trying to reel him in for points. He's down to a second.
Yeah, what'll be interesting is to see that second stage, 35 laps minus about 1.5 laps because they'll be under caution. To see if those guys, you know, make that full run without stopping.
Getting a little dicey at the back of the field. Everyone trying to position themselves for the stage points.
Yeah,
Geis
Curtis. Yeah, Geis is the one. I was going to say Geis is the one who needs the maximum stage points right now.
He's just trying to find a way around Perrant and Long at the same time. He's just cornered and blocked all in. I'm going to try to push Perrant here low. We'll try to push him by the 23. Still not clear. Looks like Thomas Long's not going to give up the fight. Perrant clears him here. Hinton in the wall. I think Thomas got in the wall too. Looked like. I think followed the leader and just slapped hands with the wall.
You know, it's really hard sometimes when you're behind somebody. It seems like it's just a magnet. You're focusing on their bumper. Sometimes you just follow right into the wall.
Yep, you get that tunnel vision. Davis and Curtis have caught the leaders. Now they're all over the rear end of Crosby. Oh, Curtis going low on Davis. Clears him. See if they can catch Dinda for the end of the stage.
Yeah, Judson Curtis in the 35. He needs every single point he can get. We just mentioned Jonathan Geis. There's the caution. Holloway is the other one to keep an eye on tonight. Yeah, that's our stage break. I believe we will probably give ourselves a little break. Damon, what do you say? Should we take it to a break? welcome back, race fans. We're getting ready to go green here shortly. We're going to keep you updated on these points standings as we continue to go, and it's going to be fun to watch these guys go green. Pacer should be scooting off here in a second.
We are
Green.
green. Crosby gets a horrible restart. Could be by design, though.
Yeah, the front four kind of held their positions there pretty well.
Looks like Crosby's going to try to make a move on Denda early here in this run. It should allow the rest of the guys to catch back up and group them all back together. Davis having a hell of a time getting by Curtis. They're going to fight here for it. Geis is, who's that behind him? Kuhn wanting him to make a mistake so he can capitalize. Still learning the trucks and colors.
Well, you know,
bear with me every now and then. I might F it
interesting. The thing is, some of these guys change their paints every race, so some of the guys are hard to keep up with.
And Max isn't gonna give it up easily. He's gonna make Crosby earn it. So let's allow Davis and Curtis to track him back down. Kuhn right behind him, ready to capitalize still.
And interesting enough, I don't want to say as usual or par for the course. 1, 2, 3, 4 of our top 5 are currently also in the top 5 for the regular season standing. So these guys always find a way to get up front.
Cream always rises to the top. Another one slapping the wall back there. Curtis has cleared Davis for third. Instead of sights in on the leaders, maybe he'll make a move and pass both of them 2 for 1 special. Don't look now, but Kuhn's getting ready to make a move on Davis. Davis trying to get back under Curtis for third. Anybody ever played Frogger before?
They're doing a good job of it tonight.
It's like they hear me say one thing and then they contradict what I just said.
You know, despite the fact that several of these guys
a little bit of contact between Davis and Curtis puts Curtis in the wall, allows Kuhn to get under him, allow with Holloway going to try to make it through on the bottom.
Wow, these guys are racing tight.
Laurent gets through as well. Curtis and Davis both fall back 2 or 3 positions. Wonder how bad that hurt Curtis's truck. His handling may be off now just a hair. He's at least feeling it in his wheel. Holloway's trying to make the move with Kuhn on the outside. He's up next to him, side by side going into 3. Doesn't quite, now he's clear. Let's allow Crosby and Max to put a little bit of distance on third, so they were all fighting for position. like Holloway's going to start running them down here. Curtis is trying to make the move on Kuhn out of 2. Falls back in line.
Guys are keeping it so exciting. I'm trying to update the stage points, and every time I turn my head to my other computer, I hear you. They're doing something else.
Max and Crosby fighting has allowed Holloway to reel him in. He's right on Crosby's ass. They're side by side going into 3 and 4. Who's gonna get the run off? Who's he gonna push? Make a little bit of contact. Holloway may just ride for a minute and allow one of them to mess up looking in their mirror.
Boy, that view coming in off the corner, as tight as these front 3 are, that second pack, they're crazy tight.
So they ought to realize that they line up, they might catch that top group.
Yeah, and our next stage coming up, we just had a question in YouTube, is coming up at lap 60. So we have 20 more laps until the next stage break.
Mark looks like he's getting a little antsy now. He's trying to basically tell him to go to hell on. Like Crosby got a little loose off before. Allow Max to go by him, clear him. Oh, Holloway's got to make a movement too. Don't get under him. I don't know if he'll have to run off though. A couple in the wall off of 2. We'll just paint the wall. It says hit here.
I don't know. Darlington definitely has a stripe, but tonight Vegas is getting one.
Mm-hmm. Oh, there's another one. Kuhn's in the
There's,
wall.
I've lost count. I lost count at 20.
We should start our own little count every race, wall count.
Yeah, interesting enough.
Oh, Holloway's under Kuhn. Crosby, excuse me. About said Kuhn. He may clear him here in 3. Clears him. I don't know if you have to run. Try to cross him over. No, he got the speed. Now Holloway sets his sights in on Denda.
And unfortunately for Mark, he did not get any stage points at the end of that. So, he's trying to stay. He's currently in that 7th spot. He's trying to stay in the top 8. So, despite the fact that he got 0 stage points in that first stage, he's doing his best to manage to get some in the second stage.
Fighting hard back there, bit in the back. Got Ben Kuhn all over Hunter Davis at the rear end. Got Perron over his. Trying to get that pit position. Curtis is slowly starting to pull away from him. Put a little bit of gap on him. He's trying to reel in the leaders here before the end of the second stage.
Yeah, 15 to go to that next stage break. Comment on YouTube. Watch out for that 56 car. If he makes the move, he's gonna take it.
Yeah, Holloway's quick right now. His truck's come to life. He's trying to stay away from Max's dirty air so he get good runs going in and out of the corners. While also fighting off Crosby. He'll go high to get clean air on his nose, get good downforce. You got a decent runoff. quite enough to dive under, though. Now what he's trying to do to Max, Crosby's doing to him.
Nice little block there.
Yeah, it was. Max blinked a little bit, made Mark hesitate just a hair.
Yeah, I was going to say earlier, and these guys started getting exciting, and I'd let you jump in. You know, despite the fact that a lot of these drivers are locked into playoffs, they're all racers. There's another wall hit. We got another one. They're all racers, right? So even though they could take the night off, they could sit in the back, you know, whatever. These guys all race hard every single race.
Crosby gonna try to get under Holloway here. Nose to tail over the top three. Just trying to get a run off high. Oh, Max disappears again. He's gonna go low on Max here in 3. Not quite enough. He falls back in line. Crosby is gonna do a crossover. He's gonna get under Holloway. He gets under him. Doesn't quite clear him. He's clear, but it's tight. Here comes Curtis.
Yeah, I was just about to say, don't look now. Here comes Judson.
Oh, that jockey and slowing them down. Oh, we got another wall banger. The next race should be called the Wall Banger 400.
Maybe we can get a sponsor for that night.
Now that jockey is actually starting to make the whole field bunch back up just a little bit. Hunter Davis is only off a second, or less than a second, 8/10. Oh, we got 2 in the wall. 2 of the leaders were in the wall. It's Holloway, and Curtis goes under Holloway. Crosby's going under Dinda. Davis is trying to go under Holloway. Holy hell. Green flag laps for the next stage break. And it's gotten highly interesting. Oh, we got a couple of wall slappers back there. They're like guys hit the wall.
Yeah, I don't know what these guys put in their paints, but they do not rub off on this wall.
Hunter Davis getting under Holloway. He's going to try to pull Perrant's going to go with him and Kuhn behind him. Meanwhile, Crosby trying to get around Davis or Dinda, and Curtis is going to push him as he pushes him in the wall. Looked like he got tight. Another wall banger. Every lap. Somebody slap. Oh, here goes Curtis. Oh, this is almost contact. He wheeled it off of him though. Oh. They're all over each other. Max back on the outside. Crosby don't know where the hell to go. Max gonna have a good run on the outside if he could stay off the wall. Oh, we're in the wall. How many are we gonna hear? Oh, he's gonna lose
tap.
2, 3.
Probably 4 or 5.
Oh, Davis is under him. They're almost 3 wide. Max is going to lose 3 spots here at least. Maybe 4 here more. Here comes Kuhn. Perrant on his outside. Oh, he falls back in. Curtis is taking the lead through all this mess.
He is hungry for those 10 stage points.
I don't know how they didn't wreck.
Skills that I don't have, that's for sure.
Max ain't gonna give up easily. He's trying to take him back on the high side. He's gotten back by Kuhn. He's gonna try to make a move on Davis here in a minute. Got to get his move back. Just about everyone that was is not. Crosby is back up there. They're trying to get back around Curtis. Davis is trying to run Holloway back down. We have 4 to go this time by. Into up high. Oh, cool. They almost made contact. Hinton's going to push Denda going into 3. I think some of these wall slaps are starting to affect some of these trucks.
Yeah, absolutely. We saw what happened to Max. He's now in 6th place. When he had that double tap, it pushed him all the way back into 6th.
I think it knocked his toe out too much on that right front. Good thing is you only got a few more laps and you can come in and get it. Let the cartoon mechanics fix it for him, or at least get it where it's drivable to be up front again.
Yeah, he was racing those guys hard, so he probably burned up some of his stuff a little bit there too. So
absolutely.
Combination.
Got his tires nice and hot. He drove it hard, and some of them may have saved a little bit. As Davis reeling back in Holloway as Holloway reeled back to leaders. I think they're going to hit the stage brake as they cross. There she is. Stage brake number 2. We hit lap 60.
Mr. Producer, if you please, could you do the top 10 for us for the stage break points?
These are your top
There we go.
10.
All right, we got it. We can pause it. We can do some points while we go to break here. Let's roll a break. Welcome back. Pace car's about to split off. We're going to go green here in just a second with Judson Curtis and John Crosby in row one. And here we go. Green. Judson with a great jump. Crosby's trying to hold on, and Hunter Davis is trying to pass him underneath the bottom for second place.
Like Max may have got his damage fixed. We'll start making some moves.
Yeah, these guys do not get fast repairs, so well, actually Max is 3 laps down, so he like you said, he must have has quite a bit of damage there.
I'm just talking about Max. And is he out there? I thought
He
I
may
seen him
not.
in the back.
Nope, he's 4 laps down.
Oh, okay. He may be on pit road. Then he may have all messed up damage.
Between the damage and internet glitchiness tonight, he may have called it quits.
That's nice. Davis makes some move under Holloway.
Yeah, I mean, like we said, no fast repairs. So if you get 5 minutes of damage, you're pretty much done.
Yeah, but you always got to get back out there if you can. Well, if
Woo,
you can.
73
Oh.
twice. Entry to corner and exit to corner. Got squirrely twice. Those guys give him plenty of room on the inside.
He's showing us his inner Ken Block. Drifting around the corner. Rest in peace, Ken. Meanwhile, they allowed Holloway to move under him and Perront to run up on their ass. Sousa's right behind him. He's been quiet tonight.
He sure has. But we're gonna calibrate some points as we get closer to the end of the race here. And Judson, he needs a Hail Mary, but there's been 3 times out of the past 6 weeks where he's had 50+ points in a race. So if anybody can pull a Hail Mary, it would certainly be Judson.
Right now, he's working it, so maybe he can continue that trend for the rest of the race. He should be in a good spot. But here comes Davis. Here comes Crosby. And Holloway as well. As for starting to put a little bit of distance between Perront and them. As I say that, they contradict what I said and made gain that space right back. So never mind. Oh, we got Dion and Thomas Long in the wall off of 4, and caution is out. Couldn't tell if it was Dion come up in the long or Long come down into Dion.
Yeah, we're going to catch a replay right now. Oh, and Geist is right behind him. Let's see if he made it through.
That'd be a nice little shot from cockpit view of that one. They go into 3 and 4 here. Everything's kosher. Everything's kosher. And
little wiggle.
I couldn't tell if Dion was coming up and then Long got loose.
Yeah, it looked like the 23 just had a little bobble, but could have been both. One coming down, one coming up, and colluding a bobble in there.
You should throw that on like the chopper or the blimp mode and put it in slow-mo. Right here at the exit of pit road, I can't really tell. Either way, it's a racing deal, but shoot, it's close.
Well, that's our first non-stage break caution of the race. What do you say, Damon? Should we take another little break? After this replay, we will go to break.
This is unfortunate for both of them now here, halfway through. everything, get it fixed, and get back out. Well, we will be right back. Welcome back. We're getting ready to go green. Pace car getting ready to dip down pit road, and Justin Curtis going to lead us back on lap 72 when we take the green flag. Crosby on his outside, Hunter Davis on his ass, and Sousa or who's that? Holloway on his outside. Just over halfway. It's going to get real interesting as Curtis takes off. Green, green, green.
Great jump.
Look at all them buildings. They're great.
Sometimes those TV shots, cameraman's drifted to sleep. A little bump here.
Crosby's going to try to stay high on. He got a little run. He's going to keep his momentum up. Might clear him by one. Nope, Curtis is still there. Side by side into one. Ben Coons made it up to 5th place here. He's running next to Holloway. They're both trying to make the move on Davis in the 88. Right behind them is Perrant in the 69 and Geist in the 32. We're still side by side, 2 deep. Coons just waiting for a mistake to be made by someone. Crosby got a little squirrely. Mark Holloway's gonna get a run on the outside. Maybe he'll push one of them and get by. Oh no, he's just gonna get up in there behind Crosby. He's almost cleared Davis a few times. But as Coach Corso would say, not so fast, my friend. No one wants to really run the high line off to keep the momentum up. Everyone wants to fall in line, flow, and roll it that way.
Saving tires would be my guess.
Yeah.
But who needs tires? These guys probably have 3 cents sitting in the pits.
it out. Get some good camera shots of the roof cam.
That's a pretty scary looking paint, even though Halloween is long gone. That would definitely work.
I think he said that's what he sees in his dreams at night, so he wants us to see it too.
Yeah, that's an
Oh,
interesting
boy.
take. I do not want to put my dreams on my car.
Right, yeah. And Holloway got loose there just a second ago. And save it. I say everyone's kind of falling into a groove and we'll go green for a while, but I see a lot of jockeying around. It could be another caution here shortly, just knock on wood.
Yeah, that definitely got them all bunched up, and they are. Boy, I don't want to say you could throw a blanket on them, but you could throw a big blanket on them.
Oh, Coon's up to fourth, trying to make a move on Davis. He was going to slide to the outside, but Holloway split up in front of it, blocked it. We look back from pace car. Yep, Perron's making the move on. Couldn't tell who that was. Yeah, that guy. He's side by side Geist. Holloway's up on outside of Coon. Come to the tri-oval. Brandon Hinton been quiet all day. He's up to 8th place, trying to put the heat on Geist. Geist is trying to make a move on Perron. Holloway and Coon are fighting.
Ooh, Coon
little
just
contact.
Little tap.
Curtis and Holloway side by side. Holloway's trying to make the top side work alone. Seems like it's kind of working. Made clear to 35 off of 2. Oh. A little bit of contact with the wall. Coon's trying to make the move on Curtis and get by him. All that said, Davis has moved up to 2nd place and is putting the heat on Crosby. Another truck in the wall. Laps are in the books here in Las Vegas. 43 to go. Another truck in the wall, slapping it.
I don't know if it was just a caution bunching these guys up or just the excitement of the race, but my gosh, these guys are they're keeping it close and they're making it they're keeping it exciting, that's for sure.
Yeah, keeping it clean for the most part, other than the wall taps. I say that as Perron and Coon made some contact off the 2. See, every time I say something, they contradict what I say.
Get off my door, he said. You know, it's hard. I'm not technical like yourself there, Jamie, but so I just try to fill the gaps when there's no excitement. But these guys they've been keeping it so clean and exciting that I just can't fill the void.
Right, that Geist
That's Geist with the guns out, ablazing.
Been behind Coonsfell, but Coons falling back a little bit of action, maybe a little too much for him. He decided he's gonna hold off and make the moves later.
Yeah, and the car we're currently sitting on the roof on, based on our current point updates and one driver being out, he currently holds the 8th spot.
He just needs to stay clean and make it to the end.
That's for sure. He is currently at 351 points. Curtis is at 339, so that's a pretty big gap to overcome with only 12 cars left on the track. In fact, at this point, Curtis would need to finish 13 spots ahead of Mr. Jonathan Geist. So, you know, again, 12 cars in the race. I don't think there's enough spots unless the 35 wins it. That's 5 bonus points, and of course, Curtis would have to fall back into 10th. Or excuse me, Geist.
Right now, it's going to be closed in. Probably a handful of points. I guess I can go jump out on the track and be the 13th truck. And Crosby's pulled out a just over half-second gap on Howden Davis and Judson Curtis. Holloway and Kuhn are fighting hard for 4th. And here comes Geist from 6th place, getting ready to make a move. Got to get them extra points. Try to make the move on him under coming off a 4 and doesn't quite get the bumper.
Yeah, and I think we can safely say at this point, Todd Perrant has, with 8 stage points, and Mark Holloway with 8 stage points, with 12 cars in the race, they are locked in.
Perrant hit the wall again off the 2.
So let's just say no broadcast occurs. We stay green. What do you think? One more stop?
Oh, they'll have to get at least one more stop. Because they pit roughly about 20 laps ago, I think. I didn't bring my notebook with me tonight.
Yeah, due to my internet issues, I'm not also running the app, iRacing app, to keep track as well. So we're both running blind. Nice in-car look from John Crosby. Currently almost a full second in front of Hunter Davis.
Matter of fact, I think it was the stage break, so they should be getting ready to.
We did have that one caution with the 23.
Oh,
and
yeah, and
3.
the 3, yep. Yeah, I do
Yep.
remember that, yeah. Never mind. Wonder how many are saving fuel right now. Crosby surely is not. Hunter's falling back to 9/10 of a second. That's what he sees right now. Is Curtis gonna try to make the move on him right here in 3.
Yeah, we could
ride
see
with him and see it happen.
We could see him in the mirrors there for a second.
Yeah, that's what I caught. I was like, oh, what's that?
He definitely on the inside of him, really tight, and almost a little door bump.
Here's Curtis trying to see what he's seeing.
He's seeing the Dale Jr. Foundation backside right in front of him.
I backed off a little over a second off of Crosby. Then back a whole nother second to Ben Kuhn and Mark Holloway in 4th and 5th. See him back there in Judson's mirror. Top of the screen. In the straightaways, not in the corners. There they are.
Yeah, we'll give a little filler now for the fans that may be watching, or some of the guys that are going to watch this later. You know, we're going to do like we said, a 2-tier point system in the playoffs for Legacy and Premier. There's a little bit of a difference. There aren't many drivers in Premier, so you know most of these guys are going to run regardless. But you know, for our other divisions, you know, not only do we have the playoff contenders racing for one championship, we're going to have a regular championship as well for those who did not make the playoffs to keep everybody involved.
Our first green flag pit stop coming with Crosby hitting pit road on lap 97. Oh, he almost lost it. Trying to slow down.
He's got
That's
one Tager with him.
behind him. I look like
I believe so.
Hunter Davis takes over the lead as him and Curtis round out 2, and there's Holloway behind them. They're starting to spread them out a little bit. Oh, that's Kuhn behind him. Leaders keep on coming, bypass the pit road. No more takers.
Not yet.
They go by Crosby, putting him a lap down. Just over 35 laps to go, or excuse me, just over 25 laps to go. Few more pitting this time by. I heard. Yep, there's Holloway coming in. Wonder who's taking tires, who's taking fuel.
Oh, I'm taking tires if I'm coming in. That's for sure.
Especially
By the time you fill up that tank of gas, you're going to get right sides for free, so you might as well throw on the lefts.
Yep. Looks like the leaders will stay out once again.
You know, I don't know how lucky you are, Jamie, with strategy. And, you know, we had a couple guys come in already, a couple guys staying out. It seems like whichever path I choose, the opposite always happens. Not sure what that is, karma or something else.
Luck, really.
Or just not enough knowledge of racing just yet.
Like playing crabs. Just oh, here comes Curtis. Here comes Curtis off before into pit road. He hits pace speed. Let's see if he gets tires. If he just fuels her up. Go back to Curtis, please. Oh, again,
Tires
rights.
it is. Yep. Rights
At least
for sure.
get rights.
That invisible pit crew is working their magic.
Oh, getting 4. They're getting 4 set. Here comes Davis. Let's see what they do. Oh, here's Kuhn with him as well as Perrott and is that Geist? Yep. See what their strategy is. 2 or 4. Right side's on Hunter. Right's on the 40. Right's on the 69. Geist slightly overshot his pit. He still overshot his pit. Oh, all of them 3 took 4. What's Geist gonna do? Looks like he may just be taking fuel. I don't think Geist did anything.
Yeah, after that slip up and reverse action, he may choose not to take tires. Well, I guess at that point you're locked in no matter what.
Now Thomas Long has assumed the lead as pit cycles start to roll around. He still has yet to hit pit road. Bypass it once again. got a little squirrely touching the line.
It's always fun watching these in-car feeds, right? Because, I mean, it's very accurate. What the wheel is showing you right now is exactly what this driver is doing at home with his hands.
Yep. It ain't, if it's off, it's not off by millifractions.
Somehow they need a camera, and not particularly for this type of track, but for a road track where, like they do on NASCAR, where we can split screen the driver's hands and his feet at the same time. That'd be a lot of fun on a camera angle.
Yeah. Wonder how long is going to stay out and lose a lot of time. He's got to be banking on a caution. He has lost 2 seconds over the last 2 laps to Crosby and crew.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Thomas, he's got no option, no chance of making the playoffs at this point. So he,
Hail Mary.
He's going to Hail Mary for a win. Yep. And I don't blame him.
Down to just over 11 seconds as Crosby is hunting him down. Now under 11 seconds. Passes pit road once again.
And speaking of points, we mentioned Todd Front, most likely locked in. Holloway is
I heard somebody hit the wall. Oh, Long just slapped the wall, looked like.
Old tires.
Yep.
I should have waited till we cycled through to try to fill the void.
I just happened to hear it.
Yeah.
Oh, he's got some damage. That right front has got to be damaged. He hit pretty good.
He's definitely coming in this time.
If he can get a shot at his right front tire, it may be kind of, yeah.
There it is. Yep. Good call. Good eye.
Meanwhile, back to the racing. Crosby is assumed to lead. Curtis, Hunter Davis, Holloway, and Sousa in the top 5.
And I don't want to say a 5-second gap is insurmountable, but at this point, Judson's hoping for a caution. Probably no one else is.
Especially Crosby. He actually, remember, he pit before everybody else did.
Yeah.
So he's probably going to start falling off here in the next 5 laps or so. Looks like Curtis is going to be pushing super, super hard. Crosby just now going in 3 and 4, and here comes Davis and them just now 3 and 4.
Yeah, and for Judson, we're back to the Hail Mary push. 100%, top 7 are locked in. Chuck Burley's out of the race, so that 8th position is the only position up for grabs. And right now, Jonathan Geist and Judson Curtis are both fighting for that position. Geist has a 12-point lead on Curtis, so the only way for Curtis to overcome that is to win and for have Geist to fall to the back of the pack.
Right now, Geist is the last car or the last truck on the lead lap in 9th place.
Yep. So this is unfortunately for Judson, Crosby stands in his way.
Right now, Crosby's keeping that lead right around 4.7, 4.8. He's so far gone, we can't even get him in a shot.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Judson, not only does he have to catch and pass John Crosby, he's got Hunter Davis right on his bumper.
Get a pit road entry shot for a few minutes or for a few seconds on the next time by. You get like a good idea of the distance back. There's Crosby entering 1. There it is. About that whole backstretch.
It's a whole straightaway.
But he has knocked it down to 4.4 seconds here, so he's pushing. He's trying to get there, but I don't think he's going to make it. I bet him and everyone's kind of hoping for a caution just to catch up with Crosby, bunch him back up.
Yeah, and unfortunately for Judson, Hunter Davis, who's on his bumper, is TRN Racing. Jonathan Geis, who's currently in the position to get that 8th spot, is also TRN Racing. So, like I said, not only is
think it'll help him.
nope, not only does Curtis have to pass Crosby and win, he's got Hunter Davis still right there, just right on his bumper.
Yeah, he can do everything he can to try to keep him from winning with next to a wreck.
Yep. And Hunter can sit there and play it safe. I mean, teammates will do whatever they can for their teammates, short of wrecking another car. He can sit there, and if those two catch Crosby, Hunter can make a move, and if they don't, he can just sit right there on his bumper.
They're catching them. They're down to 4-1.
10 laps to go.
Down to 4. I wonder if Crosby's tires are starting to go. Davis and Crosby or Curtis have put a little 1 second or so gap on Holloway in 4th.
And based on current positions, if this follows through to the finish, we will have 1 Beer Run Racing, 2 TRN cars, 3 TRN cars, and 2 Hinton Motorsports, with 1 Rat Pink running out the top 8.
It'll be interesting in the owners' points.
It sure will. And, TRN's trying to make a statement. 3 cars out of the top 8, that's more than a third of the field. If they can pull it off, it's pretty impressive for TRN Racing.
Trying to be the Hendrick Motorsports of DES.
And not to toot the horn of my teammate and team owner, Brandon Hinton, tomorrow night we got a chance for 4 in the playoffs. 1 team.
And them TRN boys going to be an issue to deal with in the Legacy Series.
Yes, sir. It's last week of the regular season. We're trying to do some promo videos for the fans, for the members, to just keep the excitement up for the playoffs and try to keep these fields full of drivers.
We got to use my arc of a flip, or my Gen 4 race flipping from last night, and say we're flipping into the new season.
Well, I don't know if you watched the one commercial break, but our Gen 4 preview was mostly from last night, and it was a prominent feature in the clip.
I believe I can fly.
I try not to laugh on Mike, but unfortunately, sometimes I do.
Uh-oh, here we go. I hear some people backing off. They're losing it. I think that was Holloway. He may have got loose. He got Perron on his outside battling for 5th, trying to take 5th away. He may clear him going into 3.
Yeah, it's a good shot. Yeah, Curtis and Davis got that down to about 3 seconds from Crosby, and I know Crosby's probably backing off a little bit, saving what he can. 5 laps ago, it's going to be really tough for those guys to catch him.
He may not have set his fuel, too. It may just be just enough.
Just on the line. It's interesting because we normally run 80% fuel, and for those who run in the league, they've heard it a million times where your spotter comes out and says, if we fuel up now, we can make it to the end. And a lot of times that's based off of 100% fuel, not 80% fuel. The auto fuel filler should do it appropriately, but sometimes there's question marks, as to how are you running earlier. And I've learned, maybe this is a trade secret, the calculator takes your last 5 lap average, and that's how it projects forward. So depending on how you're throttling before or after, that'll change as you're running. If you're saving, you can see your fuel counter jump 3/10, 5/10 of a lap every lap, just based on how much you're saving. So it varies.
Yeah, 3 to go. Under 3 seconds. They don't think they're gonna have enough time.
And there is one guy on track right now crying for a caution in his cockpit. And with Geist in ninth, and Curtis in second, it's close. It's going to be close, but those 5 bonus points are exactly and the only thing he needs.
Down to 2-6 with 2 to go this time by.
And thank all of you for watching, and those who are going to watch the rewind either tonight or tomorrow. We appreciate it. We got one more race in the regular season tomorrow late afternoon. We know some of you are football fans, but if you want to watch the football game and have this broadcasting on your phone or iPad or laptop, please watch the race tomorrow for the finale. One more tap from Brandon on the wall. Please watch the finale as we roll a final lap. Let's see what happens.
Oh, Hunter and Curtis gonna go for battle for second. Looks like Crosby's gonna pull the win off here unless something happens in 3. Doesn't look like Hunter can get it done as Crosby's gonna win it. Curtis is gonna roll second and Hunter Davis in third. You're rolling your top 5 is Ben Kuhn and Todd Perront into 69.
Great race from these guys. I know we're probably going to pull these guys in a booth. And as we do, I'm going to pause my screen on YouTube here in a second, calculate these points as we're dragging these guys in just to let Judson probably know the bad news.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We are waiting.
Hunter Davis. Congrats on 3rd place, man. What is your take on the race and how everything folded out after them green flag pit stops?
Man, that was a fun one. Everybody's trying a different strategy. John stopped early. Judson stopped kind of there in the middle, and I figured I'd play it at the end and see what happened. But ultimately, it came down to the pit strategy. Judson, when we cycled through, John had about a 6-second lead over the rest of the field. So after that, it was just like I was telling Judson in the race, man, just trying to put it on rails and running back down.
I'm not sure, but I'm thinking Crosby may have taken 2 tires and you guys had taken 3 when y'all hit pit road for that green flag stop. And I believe that may have been the time difference for you guys.
Man, I to be honest, I would be very, very impressed if John took 2 tires there and was able to hold us within 0.2 of a second. But regardless, congrats to John and to Judson, man. It's a awesome way to finish on the season. Congrats to John on that regular season championship. And man, we're carrying it forward next week into the 5-week playoffs. So I know it's going to be some exciting racing, and we're rolling on the next gens tomorrow.
It was good racing, good watching you guys race. Jeff, you have anything, sir?
Yeah, congratulations, Hunter. And for those of you who are not in the know, you officially have 3 TRN racers in the top 8. Congratulations.
Hey, Jeff, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate y'all putting this on, and thank y'all.
Yeah, Judson Curtis is unavailable right now, and we're going to bring John Crosby in. Congratulations, John, on another dominant performance. Not only tonight did you get the win, but you got the regular season point total, which is no surprise to those of us who are paying attention. As the lone beer run racing guy in the top 8, what did you think about tonight?
Man, I will tell you. Do you guys remember Chicagoland?
Yes.
Okay, and you know how Judson passed me with like 2 or 3 to go.
Not tonight?
Not tonight, and that was going through my head for the past 20 laps. I was like, he's gonna catch me. He's gonna catch me. There's no way I can do this. He's gonna catch me. And it's gonna be just like Chicagoland. But no, surprised we could kind of hang on there. I was trying to manage the gap, but kind of manage the tires at the same time. So in case he did come, I could aero block and aero. I mean, tonight the dirty air was awful, and it was so hard to make a pass. So track position was everything. But yeah, no, Chicagoland was just going through my head the whole last 20 laps.
Did you take 4 tires on the green flag stop, or did you only take right sides?
I took 4.
Okay, I was just curious.
Yeah,
was
I think if you
earlier.
took 2, I think it would have been extremely loose coming off of the corners. I got pretty dang loose. I remember, I don't know when it was. We had the stage, and then we had a caution after that, and after that caution, or maybe it was before, I don't know, but I was trying to get around Judson, and I was sideways through 1 and 2, and just trying to hang on to it. But yeah, I think if you took 2 there, I don't think it would have worked out as well. But it could have gave me a bigger gap. But like I was saying, Chicagoland, and I didn't want that happening again, so decided to take 4 and kind of gamble.
Well, congratulations on the win. Congratulations on the regular season championship. And boy, this is going to be exciting the last 5 weeks of racing.
I hope so. I'm kind of nervous about it because you never know, but yeah, we have some pretty good momentum coming into it, so we'll see where it leads us.
Congrats and good luck.
Awesome. Thank you guys so much. Appreciate it.
Thank you. That'll do us for Las Vegas Motor Speedway. Jamie, if you got anything to add, bring it in. Thank you so much for being in the booth with me, and I appreciate it. Let's have it.
That was a pretty good race. One actual incident caution other than the stages, and pretty good clean racing. Everyone had their own same strategy. For the most part, just tried to run it out, and some worked, some didn't, and I was glad to be here.
That'll do it. Thank you.
Yep.